sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Welcome to issue number 36 of Legends of Ferrari F1, the diecast 1/24 scale model collection from our good old pals over at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab these for yourself and start collecting these, folks, head over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop, and you too can be collecting these. This week we have got the Ferrari F1-75 from the year 2022, driven by Carlos Sainz, folks. Yes. Let's have a quick scoop through this magazine and see what we're up to then. It says here, the design of the 2022 race car was a real success for the engineers at Maranello. The car, with its very pleasing, elegant and curvy lines, had a slightly mischievous touch. The chosen colour scheme was a nod to the 80s and 90s and offered remarkable performance. This came as a result of thoughtful and careful interpretation of the new technical regulations in F1. This was the introduction of the curved wings and wheel brows era and uber long cars. Says there the car can be seen. The suspension, that despite having been thoroughly revamped, retains the same strut layout. Got big old gills along the side there. It says the best day ever there. Despite great talent and exceptional sprinting skills, have not been lucky with the numbers. Carlos Sainz Jr. was not convinced by this argument. He was concerned about the lack of victories and pole positions in his record, and he was assured he could achieve so much more and had the necessary qualities. There you go. Loads of blurbage, folks. There's all the briefing stats, all the different bits and bobs and information there for the nerds. You know who you are. The Spaniard's second season there was full of ups and downs, it says there. I like Carlos, I must admit. He is a genial gentleman, isn't he? He's quite, you know, he just, I don't know, can't think of the words really, but he just conducts himself with such professionalism and politeness and all of that lot, and I don't think there's anyone out there that can say a bad word about him, really. Loads of different bits and pieces, a little bit of data spec there on him, and then we've got Enrico Cardelli. He's on about the design there of the F1-75. Nice little profile there, and there's Carlos and Charles there, folks. So that's the magazine done. We'll put that to one side, folks, and we'll bring the model out for you. And there it is, folks. They arrive in a nice, sexy display case. You got your Ferrari badge on the side there. Ferrari F1-75 Carlos Sainz 2022. And I've got a protective cover on it just to stop it getting scratched, okay? Whilst I'm filming. So what we'll do, we'll take this out of the package, folks, and then we'll have a little tour around the car and see what we got, okay? And there we go, folks. There you go. Look at that. And you can't get over how long these cars were with this iteration of Formula One, folks. But what a stunning view. Got a massive, massive front wing there coming up over there. The world's longest F1 nose, scooting all the way up to where the halo is, and then curving around in that flower vase shape, tapering right out into the airbox and through to the rear suspension. Got little winglets at the front there, arrow-shaped suspension, your wheel brows poking up and over the front wheels. Obviously, halo there was introduced. Comes round and protects the driver's head. Aerodynamic fins there mounting the driver's mirrors. Some more winglets, cameras and gubbins going on there. And then you got your rear wing there with your DRS flap going on. But you can see this beautiful curve, and then you got your grills going out along the side. But look how deep these cutouts are in the side pods there, where it sends the air right down like that, and it just cascades out over the rear suspension. Looking at the floor there, you can see your front protruding edges there, where the air gets directed around the sides of the floor there to push the car down. This was the ground effect era. You've got your bib poking out underneath there that you can see. You've got a shark fin going on the back of the airbox there. Nice prominent number there. Sponsors, you've got your flat wheel hubs going on there. Kind of looks like an old 1980s Vauxhall Astra wheels, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Showing me age now. Turning round the back there, you've got your rear view, and look how curved these wings were, where it just comes up the end plate in a continuous curve around and then back round. Big old diffuser going on there, looking rather sexy, poking out the back there. And then obviously you got your jaws shot coming on. Look how thin these openings are into the radiators along the side there. It's like old Dame Edna's glasses, doesn't it? And then you got your front wing there, the big old curve on the end plate, just continues straight up to the other side with a little bit of a winglet going there on the end plate. And then we'll spin her upside down so you can see what's going on underneath here. Look at all of this lot, all your different vanes and inlets and ways of guiding air out and along to try to lose the wake. You've got your plank there all sculpted like a fish shape, isn't it, going on under there. And how deep these floor sections are up in the air to try to suck the car onto the ground there, as you can see how deep these shapes are right up underneath this floor. And then obviously looking like that way, you can see all these vanes with their different depths all the way along the floor. And the thing was when any of these cars had a mishap and the cranes were called out to lift them up, you would have a gaggle of photographers underneath it trying to get the money shots of the floor there that they could, how can we say, push the photographs to other teams that may be interested in coveting the secrets of the underside of the floors. So, yeah, it's stunning design, I must admit. I like the flat red. It works, doesn't it? But the thing, like I say, that stuns me about the F1 cars of this era was the sheer length of them. I was having trouble getting in and out of the pit boxes towards the end of this run of cars, and many a time you'd see someone tap a wing on the side of the pit wall as they was trying to judge the turning circle and perhaps got it slightly wrong. But yeah, it's surprising when you see these how long they got. But anyway, I'm rambling again. There's all the sponsorships on the side there, the little 75 number there with the tricolore underneath. And all in all, I think you'll all agree that really, really is a stunning example there. Let's put her down so I don't drop her. A stunning example there. So don't forget, folks, if you'd like to start collecting these, hop over to the DeAgostini website. There's a clickable link in the description below, and you too can be collecting these. In the meantime, to help me out on the channel, if you can remember to like, share, hype and subscribe on the video and the channel, I'll be immensely grateful. Leave a comment below as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks so much for coming in and keeping me company. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Till then, stay safe and well. Goodbye for now.